What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is August 13th of 2017. So as you all know, if you watch my channel by now, you probably understand that I love getting feedback in the comments below on my videos and in my live streams on what coin or token I should cover next. And we all understand by now that the name of the game is ICOs. There are too many out on the market for me to cover all at once. That all being said, there's been a recent ICO that's really caught my attention, and it's one that's gotten me really confident, and one that you guys have asked a decent amount about in the live stream more than anywhere on my channel, and it's no other than Syndicator. So what exactly is Syndicator? What's it trying to achieve? And what is this ERC20 token really worth in the long term? Is it worth your attention right now? Well, let's go ahead and dive into what it's about and talk about what it's aiming to achieve. First off, I want to say right off the bat, for those of you who do get interested in the ICO, sadly, if you're in the United States, you cannot invest in it. However, I tell you to keep it on your radar for when it launches onto exchanges. I think you could be really optimistic about this one in the long term. That being said, let's talk about its technology, and for those of you who can participate. So what exactly is Syndicator? What's its tech, and why is it trying to sell itself as the next big thing? Well, Syndicator uses something known as hybrid intelligence, and it's a really interesting concept that I haven't seen anywhere in predictive markets, and at least from my research as someone who's been doing asset trading for the past 6 to 7 years. So, what is hybrid intelligence? Well, it's a mixture of two things. Intelligence from polling the crowd, meaning asking, is it going to be sunny or is it going to be rainy today? A yes or no question as to the crowd and seeing what the crowd says as a majority. And then also using artificial intelligence and machine learning on the other side to utilize the two together and get some of the top-notch predictions in any kind of market, whether it be the stock market, Forex, meaning foreign currencies, and cryptocurrencies as well. So it can be applied to a lot of these different industries. Now, why is that so powerful? Why is it so powerful to have these two things working together? Well, one of the best things I could show you real quick is a recent, just to let you all know right off the bat, this is a Russian-based ERC20 token. So the team is based in Russia, and they were able to apply the technology in practice. They've already been applying the technology through VCs, through a lot of other business partners as well, who are using this for predictive markets. And what was really cool is we were able to see this used on the Moscow Stock Exchange, one of the largest global exchanges in the world. And what was really cool is that they started using Syndicator's technology to take a mixture of hybrid intelligence. So how did that look in practice? Well, we can see here through the article, which is pretty short here, which is really nice. It just gets straight to the point. It was able to pull a group of people. In total, I think it was, how much people? 863 people in total. So a decent-sized pool, but nothing too massive. Asking whether or not, certain transactions would go a certain way. And they had people from different walks of life. 40% of contestants had never made transactions on an exchange, or at least on the exchange specifically in Moscow. And 60% had different investment experience. Maybe not in Forex, maybe not trading on the Moscow exchange. So definitely a mixture of people from different walks of life, and really, like I said, just taking information from the crowd in general. No specific candidates. That being said, during the competition, the robot simulated 27 transactions and 17 of them were profitable, meaning that it came out a total of 2.8% return in a week, or 47 per annum. So that's a pretty good return. So I think it brought a lot of interest to people's heads. And the thing that really takes the cake here is the fact that when we look at the bottom, it says, it is interesting that the winner of the contest would have had a 1.48% or 25% annual return for the year. Okay? Now, there's a reason that's important. They took the best winner of the competition, someone with 10 years of trading experience, who won the competition, who made the best callings out of everyone, and he only would have made a 1.48% return. And this goes to show the kind of hybrid nature of mixing machine learning and artificial intelligence alongside the voice of the crowd. And that's what hybrid intelligence really is. It's showing that there are powerful ways that you can utilize both just questioning people and what they think is going to happen, and then also taking artificial intelligence, which can manage and sort that in predictive ways to build even stronger forecasts. So I think this is really great, guys. That being said, what's really awesome about this is that the token is directly tied towards its technology. So, for example, if we, I really recommend, if you guys are interested in this, you go to its Reddit page. They have a complete page for Syndicator itself that answers a lot of questions about what Syndicator is, short and simple. So if there's some questions that you didn't get answered, go ahead and check it out. And they've also got a post on the token sale as well, and what to expect on the dates. But what's really nice about this, folks, is that they've already got the technology working. You can actually go about downloading one of their main pieces of technology, which is the mobile app. As you can see here, I've got it pulled up on my phone, and you can go about downloading it. It's just simply looking up Syndicator, whether you're on the Android store or on the Apple App Store. And I gotta tell you, the user interface for this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's simple, and it allows you to start making predictions at no obligation to yourself. Let me tell you that again, there's no obligation to this. If you get into downloading the Syndicator app, you can start betting on markets. Now, how is it going to really use this information beneficially? Why did the artificial intelligence in the example that we showed in Moscow do so well compared to the guy who's just simply the best? Well, what happens is they use a perfect combination of these two sides, and that's what hybrid intelligence is. And to show you how that works and how the Syndicator app works, let's take, for example, here, I'm looking at the top one here, and it says 10x's token pay surged more than 65% and settled at $4.87 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Liquid Exchange on Friday, August 11th. Will pay USD Tether climb above $8 before September 1st? So a simple question of whether or not it's going to be above $8 before September 1st. It's either a yes or a no. There's no, in between, well, it might be sort of this. No, it's whether or not it's going to be over $8. Very simple, straightforward question. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to ask yes or no. Now, generally, it's going to take some intelligence from the factor that the majority say yes, it's going to go over that. So it'll put some predictability towards that because the crowd has said, oh yes, it's going to be on that side. It's going to be above the predicted price of $8 by September 1st. That being said as well, what they're going to do is they're going to take the people who are voting and they're going to scale and measure how successful they've been in the past. That 10x bet is not the only one that Syndicator has done before. There's been thousands of bets that go through and will continue to go through Syndicator's history. And they'll look at the history of the people who are predicting on this prediction of 10x. And if they see one where, for example, in the case of the guy who has the 10 years of experience in trading on exchanges, they're going to put him in priority. They're going to put the people who are usually successful at predicting at the top. This is a perfect visualization of hybrid intelligence at work, and it is going to show just how powerful it can be when you bring these two together. And that's exactly what Syndicator's technology is. You can see they have tons of cases here, guys. I'll bring it over this way. You can see here there's just tons of different markets, whether it be for foreign exchange currencies, whether it be for stock market prices, or predicting cryptocurrency movements like 10x. I think this is going to continue to grow, and I think you're going to see a bigger market for this. I think it beats out Gnosis. I think it beats out the other competition. And I think the fact that VCs across the globe are already adopting this shows that there's a real market for it. Now, that all being said, what are some of the products that they deliver? I think that's important to understand. Not only is there the mobile app that gathers the information, we have to understand, who are they distributing this to? And who is going to really demand the token? The token is going to be demanded by people who are usually in investment firms. For example, we listed VCs earlier. But what are some of kind of the products that these big investment firms or VCs are going to use it through? Well, they're going to use all the information, whether it be forecasts, trading signals, trading bots, strategies, API, the list goes on and on, folks. It all comes from this information, though, from the user. It comes from all of us putting in our information and whether or not we're successful in the past, or if our information is worth nothing. Now, that being said, you might be asking yourself the ultimate question that I bet everyone is asking. Why would I even put my information in this? Why would I bet? Is there anything in it for me? Yes, you get rewarded for your participation in this. And if you're wondering about the restrictions of that and how it benefits you, you can go ahead through and read through the description here. We'll send you prizes of US dollars or Bitcoin if you're one of the top predictors. That's the whole thing. It's kind of a prize pool thing. If you're one of the top predictors in a certain time period, you'll get, you know, cash prize rewards or Bitcoin rewards. I think it's pretty interesting, and I think it's going to attract a lot of people into the whole kind of like, oh, you know, is it going to be yes or no? You know, kind of, I think people generally like that, a 50-50, kind of a gamble in betting towards, you know, what you think is going to happen. And the more successful you are, the more respected you are under this technology. I think it's a really interesting concept, folks, and I can't wait to see how this takes off. What's really great is that in the token sale, they have a max hard cap of $15 million, meaning that they're putting themselves at a very humble and low valuation comparative to the potential in this market and how much they could be selling this information out for. So that being said, I think that this token is going to be very undervalued at the start, and it could be an item for you to watch even when it comes on the market. That being said, I'd love to hear what you all think about this. Do you think the concept of hybrid intelligence has its own market? Do you think that this technology is going to get adopted? Do you think there's enough reward for the consumer at the end of the day to use this platform? And do you think that this really could help in multi-trillion-dollar markets across the globe in predicting outcomes? I'd love to hear what you all think. If you've got another coin or token you want me to cover, leave a comment down below. But until then, I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.